like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Then I got time with you. All of these my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Jackson from the shotgun. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He shakes it, and he's going to go down again.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their own 43. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. That's Grant. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watching now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Barnes. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Again, Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Throwing is Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Third and long here for Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
13.
A first throw for the backup Foles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Detroit! Watching now, Barney! Watching now, Barney!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He fights it, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out come the Titans now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a second down throw for Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They begin with Henry, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mariota hands to Henry, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. It's caught inside the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota. Man open left side. It's Williams. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Derrick Henry looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. 3rd down here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mariota. He's got a man. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mariota on the delay to Henry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second down, Mariota. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mariota escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Past the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run by Henry, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mills. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10, here's Jackson again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Mariota to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Watch it now, Barney.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Erickson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be in a...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Corey Coleman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Oh, he bowls over it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. And when he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
First down, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Mariota. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll power his way up near the 25. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game.